Hey guys, it's Jezza back, and today I'm doing another Town Hall 10 versus 11 video. And after the last one that I did with Dark Looters, I got a lot of really good feedback from you guys that you like it when I do the breakdown and kind of show you the thought process that goes into a Town Hall 10 versus 11 hit. And I can really only do that pretty well with my hits because I don't know what everybody else is thinking. So this is a hit that I did, a fresh hit that I did against a max base with the exception of walls. But if you look, all the point defenses, the bomb towers, the inferno towers, the eagle, everything but the air defense is maxed on this base, and then the walls. So it's a maxed out base against one Hive Invicta war, the war that we are in currently. And I want to just talk to you a little bit about what I wanted to do and then what I ended up doing. So what I wanted to do was walk from about 6 o'clock, right at 6 o'clock, and let the queen go whichever way she wanted, and then walk up whichever side that she wanted to walk up. And then I wanted her to walk around. If she walked, let's say, over here to 3 o'clock, then I would bring in a golem and bowlers up here by this wizard tower, and then I was going to Valk up the middle, coming at this air defense, placing a jump in this compartment, like over where the archer queen is, and taking out the town hall that way. That was my thought process on that. The problem with that plan is we discussed it, and there was a good possibility that once the queen got up to about here where the wizard tower is, that she takes out this building here and maybe this one, and she might just double back and go down back towards 6 behind where she was supposed to go, but behind the wall here. And then she'd pull the CC, which is not a problem except for that area. You got this point defense, this point defense, this point defense. You've got the expo. You've got a mortar potentially. No, the mortar would have been taken out already. But you've got 4 point defenses on you, pretty much that whole time, plus a sweeper pushing your healers back if she goes that way. And that was a very good possibility that she would do that. So what we decided to do instead, well, what I decided, I looked at this base for a while, and I looked up here at this camp, and I thought, right over here by this archer tower, and I thought, hey, I could probably start a queen walk there, and then drop a Valk on this camp and one on this elixir collector to get the queen, because there's so many buildings up here. I can push the queen north, and then she'll walk all the way around and clear this whole section up at 12 out. Have her go down to about where that archer tower is, and then I would drop a golem right here by this gold mine headed towards the wizard tower, put bowlers behind it with rage, and clear out this pathway over here, and then Valk up the middle, which is what I did. So I'm just going to go ahead and play, and this attack went really well. I decided to ignore the CC. I felt that I could make... I thought there was probably a hound loon or a golem loon in the CC. There was not, but I was still able to make it all work out. So go ahead, and I did the quake at the beginning there to get the 25% damage on the town hall, and I would encourage anyone to make sure that they make that a part of their normal routine when hitting an 11. It's just a really good practice. The queen is doing some work there. She's under rage. She's taking some damage. She's continuing to walk north like I wanted. The Valk really cut that funnel good for me. And she's continuing to take out the buildings up there. I got a baby drag there to help tank. She's continuing to work her way around. Takes out the red airbind too, which really helps out not getting my healers in trouble. I've already got 25% of the base down. Still got my 2 rage and my jump. So once she takes out this archer tower, you'll see I'll begin to deploy my southern part of this raid down here at around 3 o'clock, just south of 3 o'clock, and I'll start cutting my funnel. I drop a valve there just to clean those trash buildings out because I didn't want the bowlers to walk up there when I put them down. So the golem goes down, bowlers go down under rage. I get huge value out of these bowlers. They clear out the entire side. The queen's gonna get that collector, and I go ahead and clear this out, and now the Valks go in with the king. King is big going in with the Valks. If you can possibly, my Valks got distracted by those goblins, but no worries. It's big to send your king in with the Valks, because when you use that ability, the Inferno towers will a lot of times grab onto the barbs versus the Valks, which gets you more value. So everything's about down. Pop the ability with the queen. Town hall goes down. It's the end of the raid. So that's kind of how it played out. But I wanted to show you guys that. I think it's a really good example of, you really need to look at these bases and see if you've got, take into consideration the DPS you're going to be taking at any given moment in the raid. So that's kind of what I wanted to point out. I knew that I could handle it up top, because if we go back to if we go back here to the layout, I knew I could handle it up top. There's some cannons there, but there's no expos that are going to be targeting me, maybe for just a second there. So I knew if I burned a quick rage or two, I could rage through that, and then once I get these cannons down, you just have really this 1 point defense that is going to be hitting you until you get right over here. So I knew I could manage that, but at the bottom it was going to be a whole different story. And with the sweepers working against me, you just really have to kind of put some thought into how you're looking at the base and what you're going to do. And that worked out really well. That was a fresh hit. I did not like the CC. I would have much rather it been a Golem Loon or a Hound Loon, but still got the 2-star, 60% against 1 Hive Invicta here. So wanted to share that with you guys. Hope you enjoy the content. And until next time, this video has been rated, tested, and Jezza approved.